Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on statistical mechanics for the core 14. We will see what is law of equipartition of energy. So the law of equipartition of energy states that for every degree of freedom in a system in thermal equilibrium at temperature T, the average energy of the system is 1 by 2 kBT. This kB means this is your Boltzmann constant. So what is degrees of freedom? The degrees of freedom means the number of independent ways we define the system. That is the minimum number of coordinates required to describe the system. So let us say that suppose that there will be n number of monoatomic particles. Let us consider, suppose there are n number of monoatomic molecules. So for that, if we need, we need 3n position coordinate. So we need 3n position coordinate and 3n momentum coordinate for the system. So to specify the microstate of the system, we need 3n number of position coordinate and 3n number of momentum coordinate. So in phase space representation, we need 6n coordinate, but energy is determined by 3n momentum coordinate only. So as you know, the energy, it can be represented as sum over, this is your pi square by 2. So this pi, that is the linear momentum coordinate, is sufficient to describe the energy of the system. So here you can say that the degrees of freedom is 3n. So by using only 3n momentum coordinate, you can define the energy of the system. So here the degrees of freedom is 3n. So I think this is clear. So you can say that now, here you can see the law of equipartition of energy says, for every degree of freedom in a system in thermal equilibrium at temperature T, average energy of the system is half kT. So it means that this energy E equal to pi square by 2m for a, suppose for a monoatomic system of particle, for that. So you can see that the total energy of the system, here you can write it as E will be equal to 3n. 3n, this is for you the degrees of freedom, into this is your half into kBT. That is your 3n, this is your 3 by 2 nkt, or this is your Boltzmann constant kB into T. Clear? So to prove the law of equipartition of energy, let us see. Suppose a monoatomic gas with n molecules, it forms a system. So the system can be defined in F position and F momentum coordinates. So the total energy, it can be defined by, the energy is the function of, I am writing it as, it has been written in the form of, energy is the function of Q1, Q2, so on Qf, and P1, P2, so on Pf coordinate. So let us arrange the energy expression, that is the one term. So this one term is only the function of Pi. It depends on the coordinate of Pi alone. It doesn't appear in any other energy term. It means that this total energy, it can be represented as, this is the summation of some Pi coordinate plus this is the summation of, plus this is the function of Q1 to Qf coordinate, and here P1 to Pi minus 1, except this Pi term, again Pi plus 1 to Pf. So this whole is a combination of the total energy. Where this E prime, it is not a function of Pi. Here you can see that there is the absence of Pi term, that is Pi minus 1, and that after Pi plus 1. Now see, the mean energy is Ei average equal to E by n. So that will be equal to, this will be sum over Ei into exponential minus beta e. So this Ei for your discrete energy state divided by the number of particles is exponential minus beta e, where you know beta equal to 1 by kT. So the summation extends to all the microstate, which gives the total energy. So for Q and P, the continuous variable, we can simply change this summation to the integration. So here the Ei average will be equal to this summation, now will tend to the integration. There is a large number of integration into exponential, Ei, this is Ei exponential, in place of energy you can write Ei plus E prime. One is the function of Pi alone and other the function of Q1 to Qf and P1 to Pi minus 1, except Pi term, Pi plus 1 to Pf term. So similarly, this is the dq1, dq2, so on dqf, dp1, dp2, so on dpf term, divided by, this is the integration of exponential minus beta. In place of v, you can write ei plus e prime. Again, this dq1 to dqf and dp1 to dpf. The energy is the function of q1 to qf term and p1 to pf term. So here we have to integrate for this term. So next see. So this ei average will be equal to, for this beta ei term, you can simply separate this dpi term, that is the integration over ei exponential minus beta ei dpi into the integration of the rest of the term. Integration over rest of the term. So this is the exponential minus beta e prime. Again, this will be your dq1, dq2 and etc. Excepting this dpi term. Clear? Similarly, divided by, this will be exponential minus beta ei dpi. So this term is get separated. Here this is the presence of ei term with your exponential term. Here there will be no energy term because this is your number of particles. So again, the integration over the rest of the term, that is exponential minus beta e prime, dq1, dq2, so on dqf, here dp1, dp2, so on, here dpi minus 1, then dpi is absent, here dpi is present. So dpi plus 1, so on dpf. Here you can see that this term is same. So this similar term get cancelled and the remaining term is integration over ei exponential minus beta a dpi divided by exponential minus beta a dpi. I think this much is clear. So ei average will be equal to, in place of ei you can write pi square by 2m. This is energy is pi square by 2m into exponential minus beta means 1 by kt. In place of ei, this is pi square by 2m. I think you know ei equal to half mv square. So in place of half mv square, you have to multiply m in both numerator and denominator. So that will become half m square v square by m. So this m square v square becomes your p square. mv is your p. So here you have to just put the value of ei, that is pi square by 2m. So putting this value, you will see, taking 1 by 2m outside the integration. So this will be minus infinity to plus infinity integration over pi square exponential minus pi square by 2m kt dpi divided by exponential minus pi square by 2m kt dpi. So by using the standard integral formula, you can see here this is the s square exponential minus a square dx is equal to 1 by 2 pi a cube, pi by a cube root over. So this is in the form of this, like in place of x square, here it is pi square, and in place of a, here 1 by 2m kt. So simply by comparing this, you can write this is 1 by 2 pi divided by, in place of a you can write 1 by 2m kt whole cube. So simply this will be your, this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2m kt. So simplifying this, you can see this is the 1 by 2 cube, means this is your 2 cube root over, that will be your 3 by 2, or taking 2 pi m kt here, and again taking the, this is the cube, so taking the square root of the square, so this will be 2m kt only. So by keeping only 1 by 2m kt here, this is the cube, so you have to square into 1 by 2m kt square into 1 by 2m kt. So that 1 by 2m kt square, and again the root over is, this is your 2m kt into, this is your 2 pi m kt root over. Okay, so this 2 get cancelled, it will becomes m kt into 2 pi m kt root over. Again for this is the expression like exponential minus a square dx root integration equal to root over pi by a. So this will becomes exponential minus pi square by 2m kt dpi will be equal to pi, a means 1 by 2m kt, or simply you can write this is 2 pi m kt root over. This is 2 pi m kt root over, taking it on the upper side. So putting this two value in the equation 3, here you can see that this is ei average will be equal to, this is 1 by 2m into this much, that is m kt into root over of 2 pi m kt divided by this much is 2 pi m kt root over. So this 2 pi m kt get cancelled. Here you can see that this is 1 by 2m, this is mkt. So this will be mm get cancelled. Again this is where the average of energy will be equal to 1 by 2 kt. Or you can see that here this EI average, it represents the mean energy, or you can say the mean value of the energy associated with each degree of freedom is equal to 1 by kt. So it is the law of equipartition of energy. So this proves the law of equipartition of energy, or you can simply say that for every degree of freedom of a system, it contributes a quadratic term of a coordinate or the momentum to the total energy. It has an average energy is half kt. Okay, clear? So this is all about the proof of law of equipartition of energy. So in the next lesson we will see the relation to the application to the specific heat for the equipartition of energy, that is the for monoatomic gas, for the diatomic gas, triatomic gas. So we will see the relation. So this is all for today, and if you have any question regarding on this particular topic, then you can ask me in the comment section. So this is all for today. Thank you.